Good morning. My name is Doug Long, and I'm Habitat for Humanity of Berks County's Development Director, and it's my honor to welcome you all to this very special event. Thank you all for joining us as we gather to wish Miriam and her daughter well in their beautiful new home. And thankfully, looks like the weather has also cooperated with us, which we were very, very worried about, but for late August, we cannot complain about this day. So once again, thank you. Before we start the program, on behalf of Habitat Berks, we would like to acknowledge several of our friends from local government who are joining us here today. Thank you for being with us, Mayor Eddie Moran, Councilman Chris Miller, and on behalf of the office of Senator Judy Schwenk, we have Debbie Louisgard with us today. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our Executive Director, Tim Daly, to share some words about the vision of Habitat and the significance of this day.
Thank you all for being here and sharing this special day with us. And let's be clear that this day is for Miriam. I know she was over there. Okay, there she is. This is your day, okay? And we're going to celebrate with much delight as your chapter in your life is now about to unfold in a new direction. But I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that, today also has a lot of history. And this has been a journey. It's been part of a dream, and it's been part of a promise. The late Albert Boskov had a dream and envisioned what you are seeing here today. Mr. Boskov made a promise to this community to improve the quality and affordability of housing in Reading. And I would like to think that Mr. Boskov would approve of what he is and what we are witnessing here today. This project has had many special moments and many special people, and they were willing to use their time and their talents to build what we have here today. Now, I could be here another hour thanking everyone who's engaged in this project and taking part of it in some way, but at that point I think that pile of stones back there you'd be picking through to throw at me. So what we've done is put together a brochure that allows you to see at your leisure all the people involved with this and get a better understanding of all the pieces and the people that needed to come together. This was also a dream and a promise of another person who is with us here today. Mayor Eddie Moran has dreams of improved housing within clean, healthy neighborhoods. The mayor also has made a promise to this community to follow through with housing that is of high quality and, most importantly, affordable. So, with his promise and Habitat skills, the mayor can say with confidence today he has kept his promise to you. So, Mayor, now that we have seen what we can accomplish together, how about you and I really roll up our sleeves? And in your second term, how about we do 50 of these in the next 3 years? Why do we need to do this? Because research tells us housing that is affordable and planned and built within the neighborhood boundaries creates a sense of place and belonging. Children do better in school, people live healthier lives, families become less dependent on social programs and more independent for their futures. And they can engage in the hustle and bustle of their community as a true member and not just a guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to want to live in the city of Reading. Like Miriam and her family, it is time to call this home. This block represents what can happen in other areas of the city. Miriam and Habitat created an earned relationship. She invested 200 hours of sweat equity, including 40 hours of financial awareness education. She has volunteered her free time at our Habitat Restore, and she has truly earned the key that she will receive here today. So, in closing, if you like what you see here today, if you share in Miriam's joy, then I have a request. Demand of Habitat to do more of this. Demand that we work with the city to establish strong, productive neighborhoods. Make me work harder than ever to meet the needs of this community. Habitat will not shrink from our obligation, and together we will meet these challenges to serve this community. Thank you so much for being here today. I'll turn it back over to Doug.
All right, at this time, it's my honor to now welcome Mayor Eddie Moran to say a few words on behalf of the city. Mayor?
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. What a beautiful day. Regardless of the outlook out from the sky, it's a shining day in the city of Reading because a family is going to live what I hope is a piece of their American dream, to have ownership to a home, which was part of my piece of my American dream when I moved to Reading 17 years ago and was able to finally be a homeowner myself. You know, I didn't make many promises when I ran 4 years ago and was elected, but I did commit to working with my administration, concentrating in 4 foundational pillars. One of those pillars were safe streets and safe neighborhoods. And in order to have safe neighborhoods, we have to have proper housing. And today is the beginning or another step towards having our safe neighborhoods. Next to my good friend Tim Daly and Habitat, as he's mentioned, it is only a dream to have another 50 of these. I'm in, count me in, because we know that that is something that's going to help our neighborhoods. It's going to help our community, and it's going to help our families. I often talk about, let's go back to the old days, that it takes a village to raise a family. Well, when we have neighborhoods, we create relationships. When we create relationships, we create a safe environment because we're looking out for one another. And that's what I hope that is happening here today, that they create this whole block of neighbors that are going to be there for one another. So whenever possibly, you could count me in to make sure that we continue to get more keys. So again, Miriam, congratulations on behalf of the city. We'd like to extend a brief certificate that acknowledges congratulations on your new home. May the warmth of happiness and love move in with you, and you create incredible and unmemorable memories in your new home. God bless your home. God bless your family.
Thank you, Mayor. I would now like to introduce Councilman Chris Miller to share his message.
Good morning, everyone. I'm actually here wearing 2 hats. I'm also here on behalf of Council President Donna Reed, who is under the weather. And she did send along a small gift for Miriam with a note, which I'll read. Miriam, wishing you and your family joy and love in your wonderful new home. Here are some ingredients to add. Bread, that this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor. And wine, that your joy and prosperity may reign forever. All the best, Council President Donna Reed. And now I get to put on my hat for Councilor for District 6, where we are and where this wonderful property has been erected. In addition to the 2 hats that I'm wearing today, in my daytime life, I also wear a hat as a realtor. And it's interesting that 20 years ago, when I decided to go into real estate, one of my very first listings was in this neighborhood on West Buttonwood Street. And it was a woman who had lived in her house her entire life. She was in her 90s. Her children were the ones that really wanted her to move, not just because of her age, but as they said to me, they said, the neighborhood has really changed. We really want her to move. So I came to visit her, and it was really great because, when you meet people, they tell you about their neighborhood and growing up in it. And she told me about how she loved her neighborhood because she could walk to work. She worked on Penn Street. She knew her neighbors. It was sort of a unique situation because this neighborhood is sort of unto itself. It's bound by Schuylkill Avenue, the river, West Buttonwood Street, and then the railroad tracks. So it's sort of like this little contained community. She really didn't want to move. But as the neighborhood was changing, she accepted the fact. At that time, 20 years ago, visiting this neighborhood, it was a very different place than what we see today. And I know that some people can't appreciate that, but when I came through here last week for a tour, not just of Miriam's new house, but of the neighborhood itself, I could not believe the transformation. And I realized that in addition to a new homeowner, we're also seeing a new neighborhood, which is so important. When people come to Berks County, I make sure that they consider Reading in the equation of housing. And the first thing I always tell them is, do not think of Reading as one city. Think of it as many, many different neighborhoods, and they all have a different flavor and a different feel. And that's what makes up the city, all these different neighborhoods. So I'm very honored to see that Miriam is moving into District 6 in a neighborhood that's on the up. And I think we'll see that in other parts of the city too. Neighborhoods sort of come and go. It's the nature of cities. This one is definitely on the way up. The housing stock is amazing. I did have a tour before, and I just, on behalf of City Council and myself, representing this district, I would like to welcome Miriam. And I have a small gift, and I'll read it to you. It's a plaque that sort of sums everything up. A house is made of walls and beams, and we can give credit to Habitat for that. But a home is made of love and dreams, and that's where Miriam fits into the equation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councilman. I would now like to invite Debbie Louisgard to come forward to share a message from the office of Senator Judy Schwenk.
Hello, everybody, and I'm so proud to be here. I've been a Reading resident for quite some time. I raised my children here. I graduated from Reading High, as did my 3 sons. And now we welcome Miriam as a new homeowner in this neighborhood, and it's so exciting to be able to celebrate that. Senator Schwenk wishes she could be here today, but wasn't able to make it. But we still wanted to recognize not only Miriam's accomplishments, but also the great work that the Habitat for Berks does for us all the time. And she does have a certificate. I won't read it. I'll give it to Miriam so she can read it. But she wanted everyone to know we recognize the work that is being done, and we appreciate it, and we'll continue to try to support from our end. And we congratulate Miriam and her family and on this new adventure. Thank you.
In a second, I'm going to call our Director of Construction, Mike Rodino, forward to read a scripture, but before he comes forward to do that, on behalf of Habitat, we wanted to thank Mike, under whose leadership our team of volunteers, as well as our construction staff, built not only this beautiful home, but the others that you are seeing under construction going down this street. So Mike, thank you on behalf of Habitat for all you have done, and at this time, please come forward.
Thank you, Doug, and thanks to all the volunteers that put in all their sweat and equity. For all you that have donated, there's just nothing more that we can say. I think it speaks for itself. So we have a few verses here that I think are apropos to today, so I'll get right to it. Proverbs 24, verses 3 and 4. By wisdom, a house is built, and by understanding, it is established. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Chronicles 7, 15 and 16. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayer that is made in this place. For now I have chosen and consecrated this house so that my name may be there forever. My eyes and my heart will be there for all time. And I looked for a verse in Job. Job was a builder, okay? So I said, Job has to have something to say here. So then came Job 42:11, where he had been through a lot, and he's starting to get his faith in line. And here it says, then came there unto him all his brethren and all his sisters, and all that they had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in this house. And they bemoaned him and comforted him over the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and everyone an earring of gold. And that's what we have here, and that's what Miriam has. So I thank you, and I'm glad to see all these faces. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Mike. Please now welcome our Director of Family Services, Anita Powell, who will discuss her work with our families and the journey they go through to home ownership. Anita.
I want to say, first of all, thank you to all the volunteers and the construction guys. They did beautiful work here, beautiful work. With the program, it is a 12 to 14 month program. And these people, we don't hand them anything. They work for it. Miriam works 3 jobs and also did those 200 sweat equity hours at the Restore. And also her educational 40 hours of education. So she can do it, anybody can do it, okay? But it's very rewarding. She came to me when she was 8 months pregnant. She came to one of my classes. And then she had the baby, and like 4 or 6 months later, came back, and here she is. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. But this program is great for people that are, most people who come to me think that they would never own a home, okay? And when they come to me and they realize, you know what, I can own a home. And we give them the education. So we educate them and prepare them for home ownership, to be ready to sit down in front of that mortgage rep and be approved for the mortgage. So you don't have to know everything in the program. You're going to get that help with everything that you need. So it's a great program. I hope to see more people. Right now I have a waiting list. I have about 15 people on the waiting list. So anybody interested, please give me a call. And I look forward to, over here, next to Miriam, I have the Dela Cruz, Miss Dela Cruz. She was the first family on West Buttonwood Street who I put into a home, and she's there. She loves her home. Behind her, I have 2 young ladies who are going to be homeowners of one of these homes. So everybody else couldn't make it because they're working, but there's somebody for every home, and look forward to putting more homes in the 50 homes that Mayor Moran and Tim Daly are going to build. So thank you everybody for coming. And
Thank you, Anita. At this time, before I introduce the next gentleman, once again on behalf of Habitat Berks, we would like to thank our entire board of directors for their leadership. And at this time, I'd particularly like to introduce our board president, Zach Bigay, to come forward to read the litany of dedication. You all should have received a copy of the litany, and we ask that you read along, and you may respond as a group where noted. Zach?
Thank you, Doug. To understand patience, discipline, and forgiveness are essential for the growth and fulfillment of Miriam and her family.
We dedicate this home
To the vision, courage, faith, hope that makes life cheerful and serene.
We dedicate this home
To the beauty and order and cleanliness that provide a wholesome atmosphere and elevate the spirit of Christian living.
We dedicate this home
To the training of the bodies, minds, souls of all who live within these walls.
We dedicate this home
To the work of God's kingdom in the world and in cooperation with His church.
We dedicate this home to the glory of God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Miriam. Yep.
Thank you, Zach. It is now my pleasure to introduce the most special moments of the morning. First, I would like to invite any individuals or company representatives who have gifts for Miriam to all come forward now to present them to her. After that, Tim, Zach, and Anita will present Miriam with a key to her new home. So please come forward if you did bring a gift for Miriam.
Good morning, I'm Mark Wallace with the Habitat for Humanity Restore Berks County. Chris, you were talking about the value here in District 6 with these homes. I got to tell you, the person you're getting going in this first home, incredible value. She's a wonderful worker. We were very proud to have her at the Habitat for Humanity Restore over the past 6 weeks, volunteering time. Just a great individual. So you got a great person moving into your district. On behalf of the Habitat for Humanity Restore, we would like to present Miriam and her daughter, her family, with a $250 gift certificate that she could use at the Restore. Thank you very much.
I think it's still morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Stephen Early. I'm representing Community Aid. We are opening a thrift store in Temple, next door to the Walmart, in between the Walmart and the Restore facility. Our store generates revenue through the thrift store to provide quality jobs, a dignified clothing experience, shopping experience, and then funding to nonprofits in the community in which we have stores. We would like today to say congratulations to Miriam and to your family, and provide you with $100 worth of gift cards to our store, which opens September 9th. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Visions Federal Credit Union, I'd like to present this certificate of completion for the financial wellness courses that she took, the 40 hours required. She was really determined to, obtain the property, and she was super, super dedicated towards it. So I really appreciate her consistency with the program, and she truly deserves it.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Jennifer Murray, Superintendent of Schools for the Reading School District. We just want to welcome Miriam into our community. For the school district, I'm just another community partner, and I am lucky enough to also serve on the board of Habitat as well. So welcome, Miriam. We have 2 little swag bags for you and your daughter.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric White. I'm here representing Redner's Markets. I can tell you that Mr. Redner and I visited this home a couple months ago, and what a transformation. And is very, very happy to have been able to be part of this process and provide Miriam with a gift on behalf of our employee owners of $500 to stock your fridge and your pantries. You did a great job. Congratulations.
At this time, we are going to do the presentation of the key to Miriam, and we will also give her an opportunity to say a few words if she would like. Thank you.
This is a very small item, but represents, the door to a future. And I will tell you this, that giving her this key, I know that it's been well earned. And welcome to the Habitat family. Thank you so much for being part of it.
First of all, I want to thank God, because things aren't possible without Him. And I think in the time that we're living now, we must have faith in something. So thank God for giving us the strength every day to get up and fight for the good heart He's placed in every single person here today. Because if you didn't have a good heart, you wouldn't be here. I thank Him, Habitat, Anita, the guys from the Restore were awesome. Visions that helped me, the ones that built this home, the ones that had a dream. Thank you, because of you, I'm now going to have a home. For my daughter's security, and I thank you, everyone. I want to thank my job too, because they put up with these 3 weeks of me being in and out of work. They're great to me, my boss, Katie, my workers, they're awesome. And every single one of you that brought me a gift, that are here with your presence, thank you so much. My daughter and I are very grateful. Thank you so much.
That concludes the formal part of the program. However, we would like to invite all of you to take a tour of the new home. And after that, please join us for a lunch, which is going to be offered in the house right to the left. Thank you all for joining us on this very special morning. We appreciate it, and please enjoy the home.
Thank you.